Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nana Chats. Let's talk why we need more black attorneys. So this video was inspired by me just being in class and being one of the 4 or 5 black people in a class of 92, and then my internship that I just started, as well as the current state of America in regard to George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, policing, Breonna Taylor, the many black people who have died and have not gotten justice yet. So yeah, that's what inspired this video. So I just want to encourage any black person that wants to become an attorney, definitely go for it. You are needed. I know there are many different reasons why black people do not become attorneys. Culturally, it may be a stigma with working with the law or working within the law, to the court system and the black community, or just the policing of America and the black community. There are socioeconomic reasons. There are a lot of different reasons and a lot of different things that can stop black people from becoming attorneys, as well as just fear because you might be the only black person in the room. But I would still like to encourage people who would really like to become an attorney to go for it, try their hardest, do the work. There are scholarships, there's financial aid. There are also law schools that are not super duper expensive to go to. They're still expensive, but they're not gonna cost you an arm and a leg. So first I'm gonna give you some statistics. The American Bar Association did a statistical analysis or report in 2019, and these are the statistics from that. 85% of lawyers are white. 5% of lawyers are black. Only 5%. I don't know if you know what 5% looks like, but 5% are Hispanic and 3% are Asian. America is way more diverse than that. The Federal Bureau of Prisons says that 38% of the prison population are black people. So, there you go. 5% of attorneys are black and 38% of prisoners are black. Does that make sense? No. Okay, moving on. So the census website says that only 13.4% of Americans are black. Now, I was shocked when I saw this. I was like, I'm pretty sure there are way more black people in America than that. There are a lot of reasons why people don't fill out the census, and I know that a lot of black people do not fill out the census, so I'm sure this number is maybe a bit higher, but at the same time, you never know. So that's what the website says. 13.4% of Americans are black. So the total amount of Americans is 328,239,523. So that's how many people are in America as of, I don't know, 2019, 2018. So 13.4% of that number that I just read off, I'm not reading it again, it's too long, is 42,671,138. So that's how many black people are in America right now. 13.4% of Americans are black. 5% of lawyers are black. 38% of prisoners are black. So what does that tell you? We'll talk about it a bit later in this video, so keep watching. We need more black attorneys, number one, for representation. A lot of people underestimate representation, whether it's in TV, whether it's in movies, cartoons, news stations, whether it's on YouTube, professional environments like the law environment or business owners. We need representation everywhere so that the people that are younger can see that, oh yeah, there are black people that become attorneys, so I can become an attorney too. Or there was a black man who became president, so I can become president as well. If you don't see it, it becomes very hard for you to believe that you can actually do it. Also, a lot of what goes on in our societies are based on laws that we don't know about. Some parents don't understand that when the police try to speak to your child, you shouldn't start disciplining your child in front of the police officer, because the things that are said in that room with the police officers can be used against your child. So you should find an attorney. And in regard to the protests that are happening right now, there are protesters, organizers, people that raise money, people that give money, or people that start change within their community through speaking to government officials in their area, writing letters. There are all those different people that make the movement what it is and that push the movement forward. Black attorneys are a very important part of that movement as well. Not only do attorneys that are Black know more about how the legal system works, but they also can give that information to their communities and educate their people so that we all know what's going on. Even as a law student, being a Black law student, you can become a legal observer at protests and properly report and observe what is going on at the protest. Now, earlier I read to you the statistics, so I'll read it again just quickly. 38% of the prison system is Black, 5% of attorneys are Black, and 13.4% of Americans are Black. So if we want to talk about 5% of attorneys being Black and 38% of the prison system being composed of Black people, that shows an obvious issue, because that means that many times when the defendant walks in the room, or a Black defendant walks in the room, they're the only Black person in that room. The prosecutor is white, their defense attorney is white, the judge is white, the jury members, a lot of them are probably white. Who is going to advocate for the Black people to be treated humanely within the court system? Who gonna do it? There are good white attorneys who would definitely do it, but at the same time we still need Black people there so we can fight for our people as well. I began my internship 2 weeks ago, and the attorneys that I'm working under are Black attorneys, 2 Black women, and then today we were just talking about the system as a whole, as I was saying before, and they were literally saying that there are many times where clients' belongings will go missing, as in the police will arrest them, take their phone and not log it in, and literally the person will never get their phone back. Or the police will arrest people, beat them up so badly, and nobody really cares. What was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason? We definitely need Black attorneys within the court system so that we can speak up for ourselves. The first Black lead male prosecutor in Nassau County, I think, came to my school to speak to the Black Law Students Association regarding being Black and being a prosecutor. Many Black people do not want to become prosecutors, obviously, because prosecutors are usually prosecuting Black people. But he was saying that most of the time when he walks into the room, the only 2 Black people there are him, the prosecutor, and the defendant. As well as the fact that him being a Black prosecutor stops the white prosecutors or some racist prosecutors or racist police officers from doing things that they would have otherwise done if he weren't there. So we are very important in these spaces. If you go, you make yourself known, you set your standards, and you let people know what you will and will not accept, people are going to change the way they act around you. People are going to change the way they treat other Black people around you. So we need to be in these spaces. Being a Black law student, I already see the ways that I am being useful. I am a part of the Black Law Students Association e-board at my school, and we were able to put out a statement, raise money for an organization. We plan on raising money for different organizations that push for the betterment of Black people. When the murder of George Floyd happened, no other school group came out and said anything. Not only that, but the administration of the law school is like looking to us for different things that they can do to make Black people feel more comfortable at the school. We as Black people need to permeate these white dominated spaces. Now, I'm not saying that once you step into the room everything will change and it will all be easy. Nah. But the more of us that are there, the more of us that are able to speak up in an effective way from the inside, and the more of us that will be able to educate our people on the outside that may not have the opportunities that we have and know the things that we know. So I'm just gonna end this video with a quick quote from Bruce Brown, the former head of the National Black Prosecutors Association. When you have African Americans in the room making decisions, challenging decisions, folks are forced to look at the motives behind what they're doing, and it's not until all those motives are questioned that we make sure that our system is working not only effectively but efficiently and fairly for everyone involved. And that is facts, and that's that on that, and that's that on period. So period. Period. Black person, if you want to become an attorney, go for it. If you want to become a doctor, go for it. You want to become a specialist in certain areas. We need black psychologists, black social workers. We need black therapists. We need black business owners. We need black people everywhere so that we can keep an eye out for each other. We're here for each other. We're here to grow together. I hope this video gave you some information. I hope it made you think about some things. Just stay safe out there, guys. If you're protesting, please wear your protective gear. COVID is still a thing.
Coronavirus!
Stay safe, stay active, stay informed. We're here to grow together. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.